Neptune in the fifth house. Hi, YouTube. My name is Gawd, and you're watching Gawd Cafe. So, Neptune in the fifth house. So, those of you that don't know what Neptune represents the planet of creativity, illusions, dreams, dreaminess, euphoria, deception. I think I've mentioned that. Illusions, spirituality. I think that's pretty much it. I think I covered all of them. Euphoria, so I'm pretty sure I said euphoria. So things that almost feel childlike, dreamy, and then it's in the fifth house, the house of Leo, the sun, So this is an amazing placement. I'm a little jelly. I'm a little jealous. It is a cute placement. This placement is like, it's giving Picasso. It's giving an artist, a Renaissance sort of type of artist. The sort of like brand new something. Reinventing the wheel almost type of artist. This artist and does it through joy. High frequency, very high frequency. It's available at this house. However, because Neptune can deceive perspective at times, you can perhaps let the Leo energy with the ego of this house is the house of ego and the sun and having fun. It's the house of romance, of gambling. It's like the fun house of fun. There's a house of taking risk. So Neptune here, the dangers of Neptune being here, aside from its, pros, the dangers of Neptune being here is, you may have a gambling problem. You might not know how to stop. You may not see why you should, because, the perspective with Neptune being here is putting a fog as to your understanding for that. And you get a high, you feel euphoria taking risk. You feel euphoria taking risk. And, this is a great quality to have in life. However, taking too many risks without thinking about consequences can be, a big factor in this house. So I think it's very important to lean into spirituality. Whenever you're dealing with Neptune, you have to lean into spirituality. You have to find an outlet in which, causes you to take a risk, but no matter how risky it can get, there might not be, a financial loss. There might not be, some sort of a material loss. So it's very important to find some sort of outlet. Like, if you are into gambling, perhaps gamble, a music career where maybe, you kind of see what song sticks, right? Like you're kind of gambling, like what song is going to stick. It doesn't have to be music. It could be poetry. It could be anything within the arts, because this is also the house of arts, and Neptune loves the arts, loves and adores the arts. So this is a very complimenting sort of house. However, like I said, the lower frequencies of Neptune may make you gamble, more than you need to, more than you have to, and, maybe post a sort of threat over, your, like I said, security, finances, and emotional state even. So this is actually a pretty great house. I don't have that much negative things to say about it other than that of, abusing the idea of taking risk and what comes with that. Taking too much risk may cost your life. So that's something to keep in mind. Having too much fun without considering consequences could really cost you your life. However, fun is necessary for the soul. And to keep the inner child alive and to kind of feel, any bit of happiness in this life. So this is a very blessed, this placement's it's a big blessing to have. And like I said, you can be Picasso if you wanted to. So please utilize this energy for better and for good. Get into the creativity. I know the euphoria of like wanting things now can be like a factor here. Like, but if I do this, I could get it faster. You're going to probably have to take a moment and think about how this is going to play out and how it affects others aside from yourself, because perhaps that's something that in turn affects you no matter what, you know, especially when it pertains to our immediate loved ones and how they're affected by our decision making. And maybe they, you know, they have to come to the rescue, or perhaps, you know, you're saying yes too frequently and you should kind of, you know, say no more, or, you know, just not say much, or, you know, disassociate. It could be multiple things, but you need to decipher what's worth your time at the moment and what needs to change and what's going to work to your best interest in the long run. The best activities to partake here is anything that allows you to be creative while giving an act of service, because Neptune is also, you know, the act of service. If you are letting yourself, you know, be in service to the collective, opposite of Leo, Aquarius, if you let yourself be in service to the collective, you will automatically stay in the higher frequencies of Neptune. You will not be consumed by the lower frequencies, whether you're conscious or unconscious of what's going on within those realms. So it's very important to exercise that sort of spirituality by, you know, focusing on what will keep you in service while letting you be creative. And like I said, music is a great outlet for that. Poetry, acting, dancing, anything within the arts that, you know, is an entertainment. You know, that's an act of service. You're entertaining the collective. You're healing people's inner childs through entertainment. Some people may feel, you know, hindered in their self-expression, and fifth house is the house of self-expression. So you having Neptune here, the planet of spirituality, you may bring a spiritual awakening over people's understanding over their self-expression just because you're just existing. So that's how powerful you are, my love. So please take note of it, own it, and embrace it. You know, come on, Picasso. We waiting for that painting. We're waiting for something. We're waiting for your amazing body of work. So, my love, do your thing. Do your thing and gamble on the right things. My name is Gawd, and you are watching Gawd Cafe. This is Neptune in the 5th house. Until next time.